on me. Get it? Huh? Get it? Walk on. Gabriel. Rut. 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 Come on, cut. Rut. Get to the massage bit. Rut. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Rut. Good boy, good boy. Come on. Come on. There we go, come on. Come on, Gabriel, come on. Come on. There you go, this will motivate him.
We got a few strides out of him and then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, take it more seriously.
Come on. No. Come on. Good. Walk on. Come on, walk on.
So the cat is the quack and cancer is kissing down along with the word.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
All right, walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Come on, Gabriel. Walk on. Rut. Come on, Gabriel. Come on. Rut. Come on. Cut. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Come on, Dad. Rut. Come on. I'll have to record the thing later. I have to do a voiceover of my life of viewing and observations because I can't do the observations and do this. All right, well done. Thank you. And rut. Rut. Come on, Gabriel. Rut. Rut. Come on. Rut. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You can pause it now. Stop it. Gabriel, he's an Arab gelding. He does have a history of some injury to the tendons. Was it the tendons, Elaine?
Stifle.
The stifle. And he's getting a massage today. Already watched him move on the line, so now we're going to get into it with the long back muscles. I don't feel any apparent trigger points or stress points as I'm palpating the long back muscles. He also does not appear to be overly reactive in any area, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit deeper effleurage to get down into those muscles more and work them loose. And as I'm warming these muscles up, I'm going to go ahead and work in some cross-fiber friction in order to try to loosen those muscles even a little bit more. I'm going with a very light pressure right now just to see how he's going to react and make sure that he's not going to have any kind of overly painful area. The muscles aren't overly tight either, really. They're pretty nice and loose. Seems to be responding well to the pressure that I have, so I'm going to go ahead and continue at that level across the fibers. I don't feel like I need to use any tools like a curry comb or mane comb on his back. I think he's good with just the fingers. Do a little bit more of a pressure effleurage now, just to continue to get those back muscles to loosen up. While still working on this side, I'm going to work on into the loins. Loins are a little tighter than his long back muscles were, but that's kind of common. So right now I'm just taking in some pressure down the loins, get them to release a little bit, making sure he's comfortable with the level of pressure. Working some cross-fiber friction here in order to loosen those up and get a little bit deeper into the muscle bed. bit of a reaction right here. It's not extremely painful, but he definitely is getting a good feel out of that area. So I'm going to go ahead and work it with a little circular motion and pressure. Try to see if we can't get that area to relax really nice. And then just some press and release. 3 to 5 seconds of pressure and release on that area. Continuing to try to get that area nice and relaxed. Work deeper into that muscle. Still working on this side. I'm going to go ahead and move into the up by the rump and on into the adductors. They're relatively tight too, tighter definitely than the lower back muscles. So I am going to use a tool on these since they're a little denser. I'm going to go ahead and put my curry comb. Use that to get some deeper up garage to start with. Judging by his reaction, it's not painful, but it does feel good to him to have that muscle work. A little bit painful right there at the point. So I'm going to take it a little bit easier in that area. Not go with quite so much pressure. Still continuing to work on it, to work it loose and get it to release. Circular pressure motion in that area too. It's very tight right there too. Go ahead and work down in here and knead these muscle areas right in here. Start getting them to relax. He's a little more reactive down here, so I'm not going to use the curry comb on this part of him since today he seems a little bit ouchy in this area. Just going to continue to use some nice light pressure circular motion on the muscle. And then just some finger cross fiber friction in order to continue to open up. Work on down into here with some kneading. I'm going to work in some pressure back here. Press and release with my fist. Give a little more pressure there. These muscles back here are pretty loose. Not a lot of tightness in them as there was up in the more in the haunches. You won't be able to see in here, but in these rear adductors, I'm going to go ahead and be doing some kneading to those muscles. The muscles themselves are supple, loose, but this is an area where a lot of horses I found can really hold some of their stress. And they can be very tight, so it's good to keep them nice and loose. I'm going to go ahead and move to the other side now. Starting again with those long back muscles, feeling them for any signs of trigger points, stress points, overall tightness, soreness. Again, he seems pretty well relaxed. They don't seem to be overly tight, just a little tight. We're going to go ahead and move into some cross fiber friction now. Just with my fingers on his back because he doesn't have an overly dense back. Using tools might be a little too much on his back. On into his loins, which again on this side, it's same on both sides, but both are tight, which is to be expected in most horses. We're going to work in some cross fiber friction in here to start to loosen the muscles up. Judging by his reaction, it looks like this is something that he enjoys. Some pressure here deep into that bed of that muscle. Press and release. Further away just to get that muscle to loosen up. This side doesn't have any trigger or stress points that I'm feeling either. It does feel a little looser and less tight than the right side. I'm going to use a tool back here again like I did on the other side, the curry comb, just to work loose these denser muscles a little bit more. Okay, once again, going to work some pressure back here, press and release. And on into some kneading back here on these rear adductors where you can't see. Now, since there's not a lot of muscle here across the ribs, it's just basically fascia, I'm going to stick to some light effleurage just to kind of get things to relax there. And I'm going to go to the other side and do the same. Moving up here to the withers region. His withers are nice and loose actually on this side. There's not a lot of tightness at all. So I'm going to just go ahead and get in there with some cross fiber friction in there. Get things loosened up. And some press and glide with my thumb. Since this is a small area, that'll work pretty good at getting the muscle to relax and release. Gonna do some effleurage down along the ventral line. And some kneading up here behind the front leg. Got a little bit of tightness here in the shoulder, right behind the shoulder. So I definitely am going to try to work on that. I think with that I'm going to work on some press and release, and then moving into press and glide across the fibers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot of muscle built up here, so I'm not going to get out any of the tools to work on his shoulders. And I'll go ahead and move to the other side now.
I don't know why, because if I go with one's going to come home.
His tightness over here is not bad at all. So the tightness is definitely unilateral on that right side, that he has more tightness in the shoulder.
Sometimes she thought chasing the chicken was pretty tough, but responsive does she never ever tried to bite. Which is good. Usually I found the dog is the female here. More predatory. It's like lion.
Tell me about it.
Right now I'm just doing some kneading up behind the leg again.
Really?
Well, not so much anymore because she's 13.
Okay. Well, she's pretty well behaved.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing the chicken.
Well, I mean, chicken she doesn't care about.
Oh, okay, good.
She's had a couple unfortunate goat incidents. I think she had a compadre with yeah. The real tough one was, not real tough, it didn't bother me much, groundhogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, when I had my horse out on the farm, when I lived out on the farm, where I had my horse, the lady said on the farm,
His neck is a little tight and he does show a little bit of pain right there as you approach the axis and the atlas. That might be something for a chiropractic vet to take a look at and see if there's an underlying issue with that spot, which is kind of common. He has already gotten better though to allowing me to work through the pressure effleurage through that region. His neck does appear to be rather tight. He's certainly a little sore in that area on this side. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side of his neck. Give me hints. Let's see how he reacts on this side. So his soreness issue appears to be unilateral to the other side on this one, on the left side, at that upper neck region. He appears to have a bit of a problem. And he does seem to rather enjoy it on this side, the work. So there may be some compensation going on. move on up to his head. Try to give him a good massage by the ears. A little bugged by the flies, so I don't think it's necessarily exactly what I'm doing, but it might be more to do with the flies. Working right here by the, the orbital, not the orbital, where the two jaws meet, the upper and lower jaw meet.
Ha 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 ha!